William Pfeffer, QM2, Quartermaster Second Class. Enlisted in the Navy in March of 1966. I was an Eagle Scout, so I've been through adventures before, and it was not a real adjustment. I was really interested in the knot tying and the workings of the navigation and charting, and so I paid a lot of attention to that. I enjoyed language, but I went straight to the fleet. I did not go to any school after boot camp. From boot camp, I went to the USS Union, aka 106. Made our first cruise to Vietnam in June of '66. Landed the Marines and the equipment in Chu Lai, Vietnam to set up the first base there. Returned to Okinawa, picked up another load of Marines and equipment and ammo, and we made runs up and down the Da Nang River, supplying the Marines for their ammunition dump. Made numerous trips back and forth. Went up to Korea and brought down ROC Marines, the Korean Marine Corps, and then back to San Diego. We took the Union into the yards in San Francisco. I transferred to the Oriskany, which was an aircraft carrier. Served on that for about 7 months until I got orders to Vietnam. Went to boat school in San Diego in Coronado. Met the crew, and we trained together in Coronado, and we entered Vietnam end of January, early February 1969. We were stationed in Da Nang. We made numerous patrols on the coast and in the Cui Dai River. On March 19th, 1969, we were hit by B-40 rockets in the Cui Dai River, and Ensign Barber and I were thrown off the ship when the second rocket hit. We were trying to make our way aft from the pilot house. We tried to get back to the ship, and we're taking small arms fire between us and the ship, so we kept going. We circled an island and dug in for the night because it was at dusk, and Ensign Barber tried to use his clothing as flotation devices and ended up losing them. Our only weapon was a K-bar knife, because he had lost his sidearm. We dug in for the night with spooky gunships above us, basically protecting us from the enemy. The enemy was on the island with us. We don't move, they don't move. We were able to get off the island at daybreak when curfew was lifted on the river the next morning, and we got a Vietnamese sampan to take us back to the Vietnamese naval base at the mouth of the river. So from there, we made a number of other patrols. We were doing Nixon's Vietnamization, so I was relieved and went to Saigon to teach English as a foreign language to the Vietnamese sailors who were going to be replacing the U.S. sailors on our boats. I did 3 classes at the language school and then was transferred to the Commodore staff of the Vietnamese Navy because I had a pretty fluent language training in Vietnamese. At that time I made payroll to U.S. ships out of, we took the payroll out of Saigon to the LSTs that we had turned over, and because we had we had turned over a lot of equipment, but it never went to sea again. 160-man crews, only 40 showed up for payroll. And the captains were, the Vietnamese captains were pocketing the rest of the payroll, and the ships never left port. So I made a few payroll runs and locked the money up and brought it back to Saigon. And from there I caught the first flight I could out of Tan Son Nhut and back to San Francisco to Treasure Island.